Hi Katy, this is a third attempt at this because, as you know from previous videos, I do have a habit of going off topic if I'm not careful, and I get interrupted as well, which isn't helpful. So we've got a lot of lines on this chart, but what I want to basically quickly say, because it's very difficult analysing what I consider to be a pretty perfect trade. So we're looking at H1, and this is your entry era, if you like, or point, entry point, that's a better expression, uh, time. And on that H1 bar, though you don't mention H1 in your YouTube comment, you mention your nervousness about entering late and chasing a trade. Well, you weren't chasing a trade. The only thing that I try to do is stay out of the London Open, because you can get whipped around like a mad thing. You know, I've mentioned before, 40 pips on a 5 minute chart is nothing. So you do need to be careful. But by the looks of it, you made 40 pips in 5 or 10 minutes. So, I'm sure, I know you're nervous, but you should be ecstatic, really. And you will be well, you don't really, you shouldn't have emotions. You enter your trade, you get it, and that's it. But what I want to say about this is that I've drawn all these levels on previous two takes of this video, but you can clearly see the blue box is showing you are at a huge area of, demand becomes supply, tested again as supply, supply becomes demand, tested again as demand, support, and the price flies up. Huge amount of accumulation. Looking on the 30 minute, you will see I had drawn, you've got divergence there. This looks better on the 15 minute, this line, but clearly divergence, this is flat, price is, momentum is to the upside. So another tick in your box of why you should be looking for longs and not shorts. You notice I've got the dragon on here, and that's important to me because the 89, I don't mention this enough, but that 89, that pink 89 EMA, I have mentioned it in the past, and it is something I do add to my sort of analysis on the 5 minute chart, as it were. There's your 15 minute divergence. I mean, that is massive. Price is flat, yet the momentum is just dropped off a cliff to the downside. That should be a strong trigger to you, as it were. Above zero, that's an important thing. Strong momentum on the green is closed prior to you even considering your entry. That's that bar there. And then 5 minute chart. I'm rushing this a bit because I don't want to have to make take 4 of this. 5 minute chart. There's your 20 break of the 20 line, and this is important. Notice, these could have faked you in potentially, but look how the 89 EMA was sort of a savior, as it were. Oh, these lines were drawn on the 15 minute line chart as well. 15 minute levels. I've got no 3CR indicator on here, but this would have been a 3CR here, and there was a 3CR just prior to your entry, 3 candle reversal, and these two levels, high there and high there, price is breaking up. That's created the lower low, and then finally been broken through. But as I say, the 89 EMA and the lack of momentum with those moves up would have protected you from getting in too early, or should have done. Once again, as I mentioned before, the 3 candle reversal with momentum is absolutely critical. So in this point, you've got the 3CR would have been about here, and the momentum is there, and you're breaking through the 89 EMA. It's tested it multiple times, which is really important as well. Test, 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 finally broken. So tick box is momentum to the long side, tick box is divergence, tick box is that massive amount of time it's spent building up, discounted orders, push it down, discounted orders, push the price down, discounted orders, faking the short people as well. And then finally it took off. So that was a 40 pip move. These two levels were drawn on the higher time frame as well, here and here. So they're clear areas of supply or resistance. Call it what you like. Supply is what I prefer. And in case I've forgotten to mention Phil's important info about supply, price trying to find liquidity. I say in case I've forgotten because this is the third or fourth attempt now. I'm just getting a little bit unsure of what I have said and haven't said. So, Katy, all I can say really is fantastic entry. Lots and lots of reasons not to be nervous. In fact, we're all nervous. I'm nervous every trade. It doesn't have to go the way you want it. All you can do is tick enough boxes, as many boxes as you possibly can, and that's why I take 8 to 10 pips out of you took a 40 pip move out of this, and Phil takes massive moves because he is in my opinion the expert of liquidity hunting, and whilst I'm happy to take my 8 to 10 pips, one day I hope to be taking these massive moves that Phil does. So we all learn from each other. This is why I shared the 3 candle reversal. And everything is about improving yourselves. But thank you for asking this question. But it is actually really difficult to analyze a chart in hindsight with objectivity, because as we can see, this went to the moon. It's quite often easier to analyze charts that trades that fail, but this one just ticked so many boxes for a perfectly good trade that it's undeniable. There was also, it's worth mentioning quickly, and I will do this, and hopefully I won't have to make another take of this video, but there was the perfect break of sellers, pull back to test them again, and then continuation. But as I tried to hammer home so many times, you're not you're not chasing trades or over trading if you are following the rules. If I'd have been out from a walk, come back and seen this, these levels would have been on my chart already, of course, and I can see this, and then I look for the bust, pullback, break and close. It didn't break and close above the bust because there was just so much momentum, and it's the right time of day as well. But it did give us a trigger on the RSI, and everything else was right. 3 candle reversals in here. Even if you just traded up to that high, the retest of that, then you would have there was a possible 20 pip move in there. So easy 7 or 8 pips out of that, and that again is why I just taken 7 or 8 pips. 20 pip gap. It could just test it and reverse. Nothing's set in stone. So for me, that is how I'm happy to trade, and just keep doing that. And then descending trend line, and I think I did actually trade this one if memory serves me correctly. So yeah, gold just wanted to go, and good trade. Thanks for asking, Katy. I hope that helps you somewhat. Practice, 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 and you will keep finding these trades, and the more they work in your favor, the better you will become, obviously, and the less nervous, as you put it, you will become. Thanks again, Katy. Take care now. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Oh, and enjoy the match tonight, England versus Italy.